Our members are very excited about SBR. It's something they've been crying out for a long time to make it easy to deal with government.
Over the years we've had more and more red tape added to us, superannuation, GST, pay-as-you-go tax, paid parental leave, the list goes on. But standard business reporting means that you can just press a few buttons and get it done.
As soon as you tell people that it's going to reduce the compliance burden, they become very interested in how is that going to happen? You know, how does it work?
Basically anything relating to an employee that the government needs to know comes from the payroll department. We have to issue, of course, payment summaries at the end of financial year. Every month we have to report to the state revenue officers in relation to payroll tax. We have to report to workers' comp bodies in relation to premiums. So the reporting burden is quite large.
The stress of worrying, have I got it in, am I in on time, have I got the information right, have I posted it, did I do this, did I do that? It takes a lot of that stress away. It'll save an awful amount of time because you're not doing 6 different reports and you're not saying 6 different things.
Overall, it's a very large compliance burden for our members. 40% of them are in practice. So they have to report to the ATO, they have to report to ASIC and various other regulators. We get a lot of comments from members about how onerous the compliance burden is for them.
It's a big headache to do government reporting using the government forms because the governments don't have standardised forms. For example, in payroll tax, some government departments say we want you to include wages, bonuses, commissions in this box, and others say no, we want wages, allowances in this box and bonuses in another box. So just making sure that you report to the government agencies in the right way, using the right information in the right box, is a significant burden and it's very confusing.
One of the big things that's going to help is with tax file number lodgements. So especially if you're in a business that has a bit of a turnover in hospitality and cafes and those sorts of things, forever chasing people for their tax file number, you've got to sign it, you've got to stick it in an envelope and send it off. It takes a lot of time and effort to do a lot of what's asked of us. And that's where standard business reporting is going to be a very good solution to that problem.
It's a way of reporting to government in a very, very simple, cost-effective way. They can report one set of information instead of having to report it repeatedly to all the different agencies and for all the different purposes and using all the different forms. So I effectively sort of talk about it as an electronic postbox.
As soon as it was announced, probably 5 years or so ago, we were on board saying, yes, our members want this, our members need this, please get it up as quickly as you can.
The other good thing is the management of other bits of red tape coming out of states. A payroll tax, which doesn't affect a lot of small businesses, but when it does, it is such a nuisance. That's a thing that we'll be able to do through standard business reporting.
They believe that it's going to really save them a lot of time. It recognises that they're not data entry operators, they're professionals who know their job, and they don't need to re-key things 3 and 4 different times to every government department.
We've had a demand from various discussion groups within our membership. We've got some really active groups out there right across Australia, and we've had members approach us within those groups who've been quite happy to try out some of the software. It's been all very positive. They're happy to come out and say, oh yes, it's quite easy, it's not that hard, it's not expensive. Sometimes you get accountants, of course, thinking about the dollars. There was concern earlier on about, oh, does it mean we have to buy new software or updates or whatever? And it's been shown that that's not the case.
Saves time and stress. End of story. And that's what it's meant to do. There's a process of getting there, but we in small business understand the process of getting there. But it does. Once you've done it, it'll save time and it'll save stress.
SBR is time-saving, harmonising, standardising, professionalising.
Simple, cost-effective and reducing the compliance burden.